A few months back, we took a look at Zillow Group. At the time, Cathie Wood was buying Zillow Group for her ETF ARK Fintech. And at the time, Zillow was the third largest holding in ARK Fintech with 1.69 million shares, and real estate was on fire. Fast forward to this past Monday, Zillow Group halted its AI-powered house flipping operation. This after 93% of homes listed in their Phoenix portfolio were underwater. Today, Zillow announced during its earnings report that the company is going to reduce its workforce by 25% and completely scrap its home flipping operation. This decision came after the company lost more than $380 million on their Zillow Offers program. Apparently, their algorithm monumentally overpaid for houses just as the U.S. real estate market began to cool. So now Zillow is scrambling to unload 7,000 homes for $2.8 billion. During today's trading, Zillow fell about 10%. After hours is looking just as bad, with Zillow down another 10%. So let's take a look at Zillow and see what the charts show. And we're looking at the monthly chart on Zillow Group, the Class C capital stock, and the symbol is Z. Now Zillow also trades under Zillow Group ZG, but this is the chart we used last time to take a look at Zillow, and it goes all the way back to 2011, giving us some better context. And last time we looked, it had peaked here at over $200 a share, was on its way down, probably in this range here. Now, simply looking at the price chart, it looked like it was a pretty sharp sell-off, so I imagined that the probabilities were for a continuation of that sell-off. But you go back here and look at this example with a top out there, heading on down. There was a hesitation there at the 20 EMA, but we continued on down before we did bottom and base, and it was several years before it got the strength to move back up again. Now, I can't say that it's going to stay down for several years again, but I can say that it's probably still on the downside, just simply looking at the price chart. But looking at the oscillators, you'll find the same. Now, the volume did increase, which is good when a stock is moving up, but not so good when it's moving down. But here into the MAC, I think we looked at Zillow somewhere here where the fast line was rolling over, but it had not pierced through the slow line. It has now, and it's heading on down south, picking up some steam. The separation there is pretty wide, and it's accelerating. So that's going to say things are going to be bad for a while. It is above that zero line, so there's some strength, but I don't think I'm going to hold out any hope for any slowdown. Now, I don't hold any Zillow stock, so it's not really too much of an issue for me. But by this chart, the MACD, it looks like it's heading on down. And you look at the history as well. The fast line moved through that slow line and continued on down for about a year and a half to 2 years before it bottomed and based. I can't say again that we're going to be down that long, but certainly now is not the time to buy. You don't see any slowdown in the histogram from that point there, heading on down here. No hesitation yet, so no sign of any slowing. Same thing here in the price rate of change. The fast line's heading toward that zero line, and it's going to pierce through and head south further very soon. Now, in the relative strength, we're at a moderately weak 42.58. We did have a hesitation here with a move back up to the 50 or midline, but I think that reflection is going to get reflected even further down here, maybe even down toward that oversold territory, that level of 20 or below. But here in the stochastics, I think we're going to get to that oversold territory as well. There is no sign of any slowing down, heading on down south pretty fast. Going back here into this period, 2015 into 2016, again, it took a while for that to bottom and base, and I think it's going to take a while as well here. Moving into the Williams, pretty much the same thing, so no reason to look any further. Pretty much everything, price chart and all oscillators are negative. So what I would do if you're interested in Zillow is simply sit on the sidelines for quite some time. And for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.